All right, y'all. What's up? It's your girl Zan, and I got T here with me. Welcome back to the Zan and T podcast. We gonna keep it lighthearted for this one, and we are going to talk about food. Now, I know that seems kind of like flighty and maybe a little absent-minded, but what would you say motivated this conversation when we ordered some food the other day?
Yes.
And so, like, what do you remember us talking about, just generally, and then we're gonna dig into some more shit on the food.
I remember us talking about the differences. Well, it wasn't when we ordered food. We were watching one of those mini expose videos on a restaurant.
What was it about?
We were saying how why it's going out of business. I think it's McDonald's was going out of business, and how when you were younger, when you were a kid or early adult, how a Big Mac meal was still at $3, and now now it's now with me it's a mortgage.
Yeah, I think that's right. I was looking at some dude and he was breaking down like how McDonald's is like their stock is decreasing or something like that. I don't remember the technicalities of it. But I would say that is seem to be something that's kind of going on across the board where fast food companies are probably not making the same as they used to. And that's which is really weird because everything is so much more expensive. You know what I'm saying? But
less customers, less pay.
And then the other aspect is there's so many places.
Saturated. The market's
saturated.
Flooded with.
Man, there's so many motherfucking burger joints and
they all make each other's food.
Isn't it weird? Mm-hmm. It's weird. You got like a million different burger joints. They all do the same thing, which ain't none of them really that incredible. And then I guess you could get into like the gourmet burger market and all that kind of shit, but then that's like a niche market, so that's naturally gonna be more expensive. So most folks ain't fucking with that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah. So okay, let me ask you this. I don't know. I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What would you say is your favorite fast food? Like what type of food is it?
I wouldn't really know. It's like asking what the favorite color is.
You gotta have a favorite color. You ain't got no favorite color.
Crimson, but
crimson is that blue?
No, it's a type of red.
You know I didn't know that.
It's like between burgundy and red. Crimson. It's like in between burgundy and red.
That's a dope color. Yeah. I just would have thought it was like black or gray or blue. I usually get you like dark blue stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to know what crimson, why I perceive crimson, something I want you to do, or maybe the viewers can do this later, or the listeners, wherever they are. Yeah. We can go look up LMS steam locomotives, LMS, and they have the painted crimson. Very beautiful color.
Okay.
Looks very nice for that time period.
Okay. I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to divert from you because you was getting ready to tell me kind of what you think your favorite.
I don't think I really have one. Yeah. I feel like if someone say I have one, I'll never eat it again. Right. Look how you are with your computer. You think you love pink, but everything has purple, or
vice versa for me. Yeah.
I'd say my favorite type of food would be, I guess, hamburgers, but that's not really a favorite. That's like,
well, that is. So listen. So the way I would consider my favorite fast food is the thing that I go for. Right, you in a pinch, you hungry, got a couple bucks, and you don't even want to think about what you're gonna eat, what you order, what you getting.
Oh, okay, a cheeseburger and a fry then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought you meant.
So what about choices? Yeah. So okay, so because that's what I was gonna say, right? I would say that your favorite food is burgers.
Yeah, I love those $1.50.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Now the hot and ready is what, 7 something? Yeah. Even the hot and ready ain't shit no more.
Yeah, but when I have $30, I go straight to Pizza Hut.
Right.
But when I have $5, Caesar knife, Kindle.
Right. Right. So your favorite is based on your budget. That's what it sounds like you said.
Isn't that how it is for all of America?
I would say that.
Well, the world really, where capitalism is.
I would say that's accurate. I mean, my favorite, based on my $5 in my pocket, based on, or in contrast, based on $30 in my pocket, gonna probably be different.
Yep.
So yeah, so I would say.
I don't think I met anyone who likes Jack in the Box genuinely.
People fuck with Jack in the Box.
But look at the people who go to Jack in the Box. Their budget options.
So here's what I will say about Jack in the Box, right? And so let me make sure that we say that these are our own personal opinions. We are in no way trying to slander Jack in the Box. I'm sure they got some diehard fans and shit, so whatever.
That's tragic. Sure.
What I would say is I think Jack in the Box is only got $3 to spur place.
That's what I mean. That's why I said I don't think anyone likes it genuinely. I only like it stuff.
Yeah, but what if you talking about people that only have that to spend on a regular basis?
Then it's like women in marriages back in the days of your.
Okay, so we have another special guest. Draco is in the building. Draco, get down. Get down.
His pets love attention for some reason.
He's interrupting us.
Anyways,
No.
Anyways, no, I was saying people.
Go get in your bed.
People love Jack in the Box.
Slide to the side so he can get right there. Go get in your bed.
People.
Go get. Now see, he lucky. I don't want to spend a lot of time diverting from what we got going on because he is interrupting us. But as long as he's not jumping up, we're gonna let him make it right now. But yeah, we got some training to get on this dude. Okay, now what we talking about Jack in the Box?
You said people who are diehard fans of it who only have to go $3.
Right. What if there's because we talking about like because then you get into like the classism stuff, right? You got people that have disposable income, and you got folks like me that kind of waver somewhere in the middle, and you got folks that that is their way of living. You know what I'm saying? So they probably is the ones that would keep a place like Jack in the Box afloat. So wouldn't it be their favorite? Like it would probably be their favorite. You know what I'm saying?
It's like saying a woman was her husband in the 1800s. She couldn't marry anybody else.
I don't know. I just think that's a weird argument.
No, I mean, but favorite out of choice of favorite because you have nowhere else to go.
But then what if you are a multi-bajillionaire and you used to eat up a Jack in the Box when you was in college, and so now, you know, just as like a comfort food, it's your favorite place to go. You go to Jack in the Box, you get you them curly fries and that jumbo jack with cheese on it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, so that's it's all preference or whatever. But I'm glad you brought that up because then my next question to you was gonna be, what's your favorite burger? Since we saying like basically you gonna usually go for the burger. We know you ain't going for Jack in the Box, so Jack in the Box off the table. Yeah. What would you say is your favorite fast food burger?
They all kind of become the same in recent years.
It's true.
I have to say. I guess I'd have to say McDonald's. You can find those anywhere.
You know what's so funny about that is that you don't never order burgers from McDonald's. You always get the nuggets.
Yeah, but I mean because that's the only place you can find all over the world, all over the country.
That's true.
You can't find.
Well, you can say a local place.
Yeah, you can't find In-N-Out in the UK. I don't think you can anyway. I don't know.
You know, they're getting a little more national though, because they was in Cali and now they're in Texas. Okay, so let me ask you this: I'm your mom. Yeah. Right, you've been observing me for a whole bunch of years. What would you think my favorite fast food is?
Chinese food. Which isn't really fast food, but Panda Express is like the Taco Bell Chinese food.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with Taco. I mean, I can do Panda Express, but I think you're right. Like I like the hole in the wall Chinese food places.
China buffet, Dragon Pot, stuff like that. When they have really simple, forgettable names, that's always the most popular.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate. I don't know if I would call that fast food though. Would you call that fast food?
Takeout.
Smell like takeout. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But when I seen you choose anywhere, the last place you go to was a pizza place or a burger place. Traditionally.
And so I like pizza, but then I hate it at the same time. I think we spent a large portion of our lives in the past where that was all we could eat. And so for me, pizza is really usually my last choice. Speaking of pizzas.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite pizza?
Costco's rival.
Sam's Club. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Can we talk about Sam's Club pizzas? So why do you think a Pizza Hut pizza that's the same equivalent as not Costco. No, we fuck with Sam's Club. Why do you think that them pizzas at Pizza Hut are $25 versus how much is a pizza at Sam's? Like $9?
Yeah. Maybe 10 now.
Yeah.
But still, because what you asked me, why one is more expensive than the other?
Like, why would you? Yeah.
Because Pizza Hut, I really couldn't answer why one was than the other, other than we have a free market that can do that with their prices. But I say because Sam's is more materials are readily available. Probably there's a giant warehouse. I'm sure they have dough, they have pepperoni, they have all that in a vault somewhere.
You know what I bet it is? I bet it's just a name recognition, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plus, it's cafeteria marketing. It's cafeteria food. It's not really. It's not really seen as very luxurious
or gourmet. Yeah,
it's kind of,
and I guess it's kind of exclusive. It's not really because anybody can go get a Sam's Club membership technically, but it is exclusive in the sense that you can't just walk in there and buy it.
Sam's Club pizza.
Right, you're gonna have to have a membership to be able to even get in there.
But wouldn't it be flipped to make it more expensive than Pizza Hut, would it be flipped? It's more exclusive. Pizza Hut is. Would it be flipped? Or would they want to charge you more money?
I would think that.
But they get money. But they get money from subscriptions to the club anyway.
There you go. So that's I think that's the theory behind it. Now actually you know more about stocks. Remember, we're gonna have to talk about the financial stuff. Not right now.
I don't know anything about finance.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know more about that than I do. But my guess is that that's why, like Sam's Club and Costco, some of the big box warehouse stores, they sell their shit cheaper because, number one, they sell you more of it, but then you paying for it off the top with their membership every year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know my membership is like $120 a year.
Whether you go there or not.
Whether you go there or not, they get that from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they get it every year. Yeah. So it should be cheaper.
Spend more to save more.
Yeah, well, yeah, you spend more to save more. That's real.
That's what you do that sound.
And then, so Chinese food is my favorite. Fast food, we saying burgers. So here's the other thing, right? Like, why I want to talk about this is because, like, when I was watching that dude the other day, I wish I could give him a shout out. I forgot that dude's name. But when I was watching his video, he showed a photo of the value menu at McDonald's. And I think it was back like 95 or something like that. 95, 96, something like that. And so all the value meals was like $2.78 and like $2.98. And then I think that's when they had really like started introducing the super size option. I don't think they have the super size option now. Have you ever seen the super size on the menu at McDonald's?
No, I never saw you answer super size option.
Right. That's crazy.
So they included with a $4,000 you pay.
Well, that's true. And so I think they phased that out probably around like the early 2000s when people started becoming more health conscious and
right
shit.
When I was born.
Yeah, it was like right before you was born. But you used to go in and you could say, hey, I want my value menu. I want my value meal, and then I want to get a super size. Right? So that means they would give you like a ginormous fry, and then you get the ginormous drink. Yeah. But now, instead of super size, what they do is the value meal come with the regular size fry.
Yeah.
And then you can make a preference if you want large.
I think the closest thing to that too was also what I had to do with the meal and just a sandwich. That's the closest thing to that was where you do want the burger, which I never seen them get a burger by themselves. But okay,
I've never burger. You know about
I know one person. Well, I know one person who has another mention though.
That's weird. Why would you buy a burger and not get no fries? That shit weird. Like, can a burger be a snack? Ain't a burger a meal itself? Like
entree.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, who buys a burger and eat a burger by itself with no fries? That's like buying a toothbrush, but you don't get no toothpaste. Like, why would you?
You're not cleaning carpets with burgers, so that still would make
I'm just saying, like, it's just, I don't know, and that's probably purely preference, but I don't know. I guess some people don't like fries. Can you imagine? Oh, what's the best fries? What place got the best fries, you think?
Wingstop.
Really?
For me.
Is that fast food?
Takeout.
I mean, I guess we'll call it fast food.
It's on the brink of takeout and fast food on the brink of it.
I'll accept that.
Because it's a franchise, so because it's a franchise, but it's not like they never have drive-throughs at Wingstop.
Right. I think that's a good. I'm glad you mentioned that's a good marker. Because I guess in my mind, I think of a place with a drive-through. If you don't got a drive-through, like if I got to park my shit and go in and get it, I don't think of that as fast food. But that's probably not necessarily true, right? Because you go in, you order something, it take 3 minutes to get it. That's fast food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I guess in my mind, just probably, and it might be generational, because like when I was a kid, that's what we would associate fast food with, a place with a drive-through. If I can drive through and pick it up, then that's fast food joint.
Yeah.
If I got to go in and get it, then that's a little more luxury. That's one of them days you got a little more change in your pocket.
Yeah, if you go in there and collect it, and then you leave.
Yeah. So Wingstop, your favorite fries? I don't know that I have a favorite fry.
Mainly because they season them to where they're sweet but not overpowered sweet. So it's not like candy sweet. Yeah. But I like their fries. Behind them would probably be, I guess, McDonald's fries. Behind them, Whataburger and McDonald's fries. I think their fries are the same. Sometimes the Whataburger and McDonald's, they share fried formulas. Is the same, right?
I like McDonald's fries, but I think that's everybody's favorite. I think they created what the American French fry is known to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's like
everybody like them. But I think my favorite fries, I don't know, it's controversial because ironically I don't really like the food a whole lot, but I think Burger King, I like Burger King fries.
Those are good fries too.
They got like this crispy, crunchy, crisp to them and some shit. I can't explain.
And Whataburger have great onion rings. I can't say. I think Whataburger.
Whataburger? Oh yeah, they onion rings go hard as hell. They gotta be fresh though, because then they get mushy and they start turning.
That's what any fast food in general. You can't really eat it 3 days later.
That's true.
Unless you're on a money deficit.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, but I think I didn't say McDonald's French fries were my favorite because I feel like that's like cheese pizza, the base of everything.
Yeah.
It's the pure bottom foundation base.
Yeah.
McDonald's, like you said, it's the standard American French fry.
Yeah, everybody based like Burger King, all them places started doing fries probably based on what the model was at McDonald's. So everybody fucking McDonald's fries to this day.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I don't know. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like you have been conscious of quality in fast food? Is that something you pay attention to?
Not entirely.
Not really.
Not enough to really say I haven't paid attention to it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's like it's like getting spray tan at 99 cent store to me. Like you don't go there for quality. You wouldn't go there.
Spray tan.
You're from 99 cent store. Like you wouldn't go there for that. You wouldn't go to a place for a high quality thing, knowing that's where it comes from. You wouldn't go there.
I feel you. I hear what you're saying.
I wouldn't go to McDonald's for a quality meal.
Yeah. But so I'm glad you said that, right? Because the reason why I asked you that is because, like, obviously we're from different generations, right? And so I remember the quality of fast food being better when I was a kid. Like so okay, so people your age, right, mid 2000s, arguably you don't know what life really without fast food, you know, and especially like with us moving around and shit, a lot of things in the past, like you've been exposed to and consumed quite a bit of fast food, probably more than I'm happy to admit. I think that on my part, I wish that was a little different, you know what I'm saying? But I think just generationally, it's just been different. Like the food culture and all that shit is different. And you've always been exposed to and seen and been around and had access to fast food. When I was a kid, like, I used to tell you about fast food encounters when I was a child. You know what I mean? So fast food for us was like a treat.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh, we're going to McDonald's. Now McDonald's is like, shit, let me swoop up in here and get me something real quick. Basically, you know what I mean? And I think that's so interesting because it's not something when you living in real time, it ain't even some shit you really realize like while it's going on. But as I look back at it, I'm like, damn, we never ate out when I was a kid. But me and you have eaten out a lot. You've eaten out a lot as a kid. And so, I don't know, I guess maybe that's just how the climate changed over time and it became more readily available and shit. On top of individual struggles, yeah. But even I would argue that even like people that didn't necessarily encounter what we went through, they just probably would get fast food more often. You know, if you got parents, even if you're stable and you got parents that work and shit, like they just we stop and get something to eat and go home. You know, they got kids there as long as everybody eating. And I think that's not good. I'm not sitting here trying to promote that or like saying that it's a good thing.
Wally terrified the hell out of me.
Yeah, because now we on the kind of the other side of that, and we starting to see what that look like, even as far as health. Like people is fatter now than they ever been. You know what I'm saying? All of these cardiovascular and just all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And people getting younger, getting sicker younger. You know what I mean? So all of it got to be tied into like how we consume food, which seem like common sense, but like in real time when you moving around and you working, you got to go to school, and you got to do projects, and you got all kind of shit going on. Your main priority is, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go give me something to eat. You know what I'm saying?
One place I can say decline this West I went there is Denny's.
Oh, that's true.
I think the last time my grandma took me to Denny's, I think for celebrate GEDs, I forgot what it was for. It was one of the most disgusting times I've been in there. Right, the place was empty. I can now see why it was empty. The lady gave me a burger that looked like it was like they put it in the fridge because no one else wanted it, and they microwaved and gave it to the customer.
Are you serious? You never told me about that.
Yeah, that's what I had in a moment when I came home.
You never said that the burger looked like that bitch put it in the refrigerator because somebody
else.
Yes,
it looks like it was. It looks like it. Well, I didn't say those exact words to you, but that's kind of what it looked like. It was dry.
Oh, baby, why did you take it back? You told them to give you another?
No, because we don't do that kind of stuff.
Nah, shit, come on now.
You get refunds?
Yeah, no, I'm notorious for getting up and walking out of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I probably wouldn't have, wouldn't have got no another burger. I'd probably been like, never mind, thank you anyway.
It also maybe because my grandma took me, I didn't want to be making her on her. She was trying to make it cheap. Was her fault? The things is useless.
I can dig that. That's sweet. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Even she acknowledged it, so it's kind of like, it's not really,
Yeah.
really be rude to do that.
I understand that. Okay.
But I think it was most disgusting time I went to Denny's. It was dry. The burger was really dry.
Was the lettuce wilty, like soft and shit?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It felt very 2060s. Where the world's going. It felt very
2060s.
I don't know.
You must expound on that. What you mean?
How the world's falling apart. Like it's never mind how the world's falling apart around.
Hey, you seen that movie called Idiocracy?
No.
We're gonna have to watch that shit and talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll watch that together, and then we'll talk about it on another episode. I want you to watch that movie because you talk about Wally. You made a reference to Wally a second ago, so I think you would probably like Idiocracy. It's a trip.
I saw a clip of Idiocracy.
Shit is prophetic.
Something I thought really interesting was I knew Charlie Chaplin was, but no Hitler was. That was interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because the mustache, you didn't know the difference between those two.
That shit is prophetic in a way that is very scary. You know what I'm saying? It is very scary. But we're gonna watch that and talk about it in another episode.
Yeah. Food has definitely gone down. Like I say, with Denny's, I'd say IHOP also. Mm-hmm. IHOP was never. IHOP is like the big lots of Denny's. It's like you know how you have ships sinking. Mm-hmm. And they have salvage crews. Mm-hmm. It's just pulling the shit down with it. So the IHOP like that with Denny's. So Denny's is going down faster, but IHOP being associated with Denny's is kind of killing over as well.
That's interesting. That's an interesting point. Because what you did was you lumped Denny's and IHOP into the same loop as fast food.
Was that derogatory?
No. But I'm saying like that speaks to the climate that we in, right? And you've eaten out so much to where I can see to you those feel kind of like the same as fast food. When I was younger, when I was a kid, Denny's was like a diner. So it was a step up above fast food. It wasn't like fine dining or no shit. It wasn't like going to like Red Lobster and like that. Even those places done took a dive. How many like Red Lobster, Olive Garden, all them kind of places used to be like really like ooh, But now it's just like another place to eat at, and it don't really hold the same value or the same panache or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like people go to, it's just like eating at another spot. That's really strange to me how that happens.
One fast food place I think I don't like. I'm not sure if it's regional. I'm not sure if it's me being older, which I'm not even that old, but that can't possibly be it. Is Long John Silver's. I don't. I feel like maybe it's regional. I don't know. Maybe it could be the regional and time period. On top of that, maybe it's that. Yeah. That food is so oily. So where I think I need to stick a key in myself and see if I'll start. That's what oily food is.
Lord.
Like I need to find my own ignition and put a key in there. Because this
bullshit. That shit sounds delicious.
Because it's oily. Like I remember you tried to make food in the house. Like they replicated Long John Silver. It was so oily.
Well, theirs ain't as oily as mine. But that was an epic fail. My try at the beer battered fish was not successful.
I'm just saying, even you touch a Long John Silver's fish. Mostly the fish. The chicken, this chicken's dry, really dry. When you touch a piece of fish from the car, it's like touching a tissue that you put in water.
I think that that breading that they use, it just hold oil more than like how if you fry some shit at home. Like the regular fish that we do when I do the fish fry, the catfish fry. Yeah. It just don't hold oil the same way that bready, soft, spongy bread.
It's gross to me. I just don't like it. The oil, it's oily. It's disgusting to me.
I love Long John Silver's, man.
I think to me it's just like I don't know why it gets me to stop liking it. I don't know, but
yeah.
I think maybe it could be a regional thing. Maybe the ones I used to go to probably.
No, I think you're right. Like even when you you look in the bag, you know how they put it in the bag. You have all spots on your bag and shit. That right there is a testament to how oily the food is.
It's like a mechanic shop.
Right, and then you eating that. That's bad.
It misses me. What do you? Because you could explode if you run into a fire. You can blow up and run into a fire.
Yeah. What do you prefer? Like, so we were talking about how over your lifetime you probably experienced way more fast food than I did as a kid.
Yeah, more consistently anyway.
Do you prefer fast food or you prefer like home cooked, like food cooked at the crib?
I think it depends on what the food itself is. Like I feel like I don't really like. I would go eat Chinese food. I wouldn't really make that in the house. Yeah, I wouldn't make that in the. We don't cook Chinese food. Or
we don't. Well, not often.
Not enough for me to say I would need to go out to go get it. You know what I mean? Because like you make your street tacos, even normal tacos. You can get pizza from the deli in the store. So you need to go do that.
But so my question though is like you prefer. So like let's say Because I fuck around with different stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at home, like trying to cook stuff. Like I'm notorious. I go eat some shit and like, and I be like, shit, I can do that to crib.
Like you over your gumbo.
Man, yeah.
I wouldn't go out to eat gumbo.
Right.
Because to me, that's a home cooked type of meal.
I don't even know where we could go out to eat.
One place, we're not going to mention it.
No, they had that powder mix shit and then drop a couple shrimps in there and call it gumbo.
Yeah,
damn,
that's what I mean.
Gumbo.
That's what I mean. I feel like things like okay. Here's an example when I say because we're eating. I wouldn't go up there and regret to eat soup. I think soup's something you make in the house, or you have your grandma, your mom, your auntie make it. It's a family type of meal. I don't think I wouldn't go out to eat soup. Not solely soup. I'm sure if you get a meal and it comes with a bowl of soup, that's one thing. But I don't think I really want some soup. I'm going to put bread. You know what I mean?
I done did that before though.
You're asking me.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just thinking because I prefer soups. I think at home. I think so. Here's my thing, right? I think I prefer food cooked at the crib. I just feel like I don't have time to do it, and like even when I do have the time carved out, like I'd rather be resting from the work shit. You know what I'm saying, or just like doing some old shit, which is kind of fucked up. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Because we rock solo. You know what I mean? So it's not like we got like 5 hands doing different shit. Where one person can focus on that, one person you know what I'm saying? I think I prefer home cooked food. Now I will say that has definitely increased over time because I always talk about, and I'm not no cheap person. Like I don't mind spending $50 or $60 on some shit that we want. Like if we like it and we really want it, like shit, I'll drop it. You know what I'm saying? That's not really a big deal to me. But what my problem has become over time is going somewhere and spending $40 and like it's a problem with the food, They don't got enough chicken, food cold. They didn't give me the right thing. It wasn't no cheese on there. You know what I mean? Like it seems like over time that's happening more and more and more. So just even a fast food experience.
So becoming a turn off on top of it being not good anyway, becoming a turn off on top of that.
Turn off, man. Yeah. And then when you start getting into the DoorDash of it all and the Grubhub of it all, got all these extra fees. Then they bring your food and your food is fucked up. It's not like, even in that case, it's not even like you can just like take it back up there right quick and get it exchanged. Like now you got to go through the whole process of like getting a refund.
And then you have to beg someone to answer the phone to acknowledge the order.
Yeah, it's So the whole experience is not worth it to me. I think it's better to be at the crib and cook the crib. And so like lately I've been doing that more, and I'm gonna probably start trying to keep doing it more. But yeah, I'm glad we talked about the food thing because like even food, it's really strange. Like we don't pay attention to like little shit over time, and everything in generations change. So food, music, like clothing styles, technology, like everything changed. And so food is one major one that, like for you, your whole food life has been different than what mine has been over time. And so I just wonder what they feel like for you. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Anyway,
I don't think it's worth as much either. Pretty much, I think it's something you do for some snack one. I don't think it's something you base your life on. Nor do I think it's something really worth what they're charging for it. Especially like I said, something like it's oily, like really oily things. You ever had a 6-stroke engine? I love it, but I'm a human being. I don't have that, so I don't want oil. I don't want to ingest oil and gasoline.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
So then that go back to my question. So you would rather probably have the food cooked at the crib than have to go out to eat it.
Yeah.
Of course, depending on what it is. Like
that's what I mean. Like we can make anything in the house. Like I don't mind. I like home cooked food. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying I wouldn't mind going out for certain things so we don't make it a lot. Right. I wouldn't go out to eat.
That makes sense.
I wouldn't really go. I don't really feel the same need to go out and eat gumbo because that's more home food anyway.
Right.
Same thing with Chinese food or that kind of food. Well, I mean, it's the opposite with Chinese food because we don't really cook. You don't really cook a lot of that Chinese food. At least not enough for it to be like, oh, I don't have to go out and go get this.
Well, but you can make requests, right? Let me ask you this: what's your favorite fast food conversion that you see me do over time? If you think back, like
any point in my life,
any point in your life, some shit that we ate out, and I was like, I'm gonna make that at home, and it was better than what we ate out. What would that dish be for you that you would say?
One is gumbo, for sure. That's one of them. And the next one after that would be... I don't think I really know. I can't really think. Because I feel like burgers, you can't really mess up burgers. fully meat.
Yeah, that don't really count. That's just really cooking the meat. Just slice the shit to look pretty. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say thing about making my Chinese food. That food is really simple. You meat and vegetable and you heat it up. That's not really the same thing as putting.
But would you say my Chinese, the food that I cook, do it taste Chinese?
Yes, the wok. We use the wok.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. We make that. Yeah, but to me, that's like how you say about how with burger that you just cook the meat and the vegetables. You don't really have to do
So that's
much.
not my question, baby. So what's my favorite? What's your favorite food that we done ate out? It don't even necessarily have to be fast food either, right? I'm saying like, what's something that we ate somewhere else, and then a week later, I'm like, yo, I think I'm gonna go get the stove. I'm gonna go to the stove and get the shit for that, and I'm gonna try to cook it at the crib. What's your that you can think of? You was like, yo, like you really did that.
Carnitas.
Carnitas. Really?
Mm-hmm.
No. Carnitas, the pork tacos?
I think so.
When did I make pork tacos? I don't even remember making them.
A few years ago.
I must make them motherfuckers one time.
You made them one time, but those were good. I like carnitas.
Damn. Okay.
Something that wasn't gumbo. Gumbo's obvious.
Okay. You know what's so funny is I would say I think I would say the stir fries that I be doing in the wok. I be using like the regular spaghettis and shit. So it's not technically. I think when you saying it's not really cooking just because you're cooking something with the vegetables and stuff, that to me is not entirely accurate because it's take the seasoning. So, like I know I done tried to make Chinese stuff in the past with the same ingredients and it didn't taste Chinese to me, right? But what I learned was I learned to use like the oils that they use and the marinades that they use. We use a certain fish oil, oyster sauce, and all that kind of shit. Yeah. So now when I make it, it tastes to me like how it would taste like at the place. You know what I mean? So and I know it probably still ain't authentic Chinese food, but it tastes more close to what they would cook than just throwing noodles and peppers in a thing. You know what I'm saying? With a little beef or chicken in there. You know. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. So I think this was a good talk. I think this was a good talk. We're gonna probably talk more about food at some point. But I think this was a good talk, and it's just a trip to notice the difference in how we eat and stuff. Now, but I don't know. Shit, it is what it is. Things change over time. Food being one. So, yeah. Any last words for this episode?
I don't think I have any. Nothing really value I think of. I guess just be very, very conscious of how what you do impacts you in the long run. That's really very conscious of that. Yeah. The oil, the chemicals, all that, free market stuff. Be very careful how it impacts your health and your feeling health. But that's not really.
I agree.
It's not really something to say. It's gotta be included.
Well, it is something to say because people don't know. You know, just that like how we opened up the whole conversation about the Jack in the Box and assuming that you got to be lowly or stupid or something to like Jack in the Box. It's rough to make that assumption because that's not necessarily true. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Jack in the Box has been around a long time. So, in what you're saying, I think that you do need to say it. It might be somebody that needs to say, "Hey, y'all need to watch what y'all eating because like that shit will come back on you." You know
I guess why I say there's studies being done isn't the 20s anymore where cigarettes are pretty new. We're now talking about. We already know smoking can hurt your lungs. We know all that. Like, it feels like studies are being done on these sort of things. This was the 50s and this was new. Oh, that's different. But like, it's just.
Well, they program us with all kind of other shit, so we can program people with good shit. I'm all for saying it. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. So,
I'm not trying to program anybody, but okay.
Well, that was just an example. I don't literally mean programming the people like we Jim Jones and the motherfuckers with the Kool-Aid. I'm just saying. So anyway, I thought it was a good talk.
Yeah. Still, be careful what you ingest.
Yeah.
Just be conscious of it. If you don't care, that's fine. But if you want to do better, grow your own food. Stay out of those stores.
Man, grow your own food. We're gonna get on that garden shit too.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I guess that's it, y'all. We are gonna be up out of here. If you tuned in and stayed around this long, thank you for doing so. And thank you for listening. This is it. I'm Zan. That's T. We're gonna catch y'all again later. Peace.